Welcome to Hidden Inside. Not all heroes stay in the spotlight. Some disappear, some return with a bang, and some leave an everlasting mark. This is part 2 of 80s action legends, Then and Now. 1. Kurt Russell. The 1980s were a golden era for Kurt Russell, with roles that blended urban cowboy style, rock and roll attitude, and the fearless live life to the fullest spirit. Even today, Kurt Russell maintains his strong presence, often appearing in blockbuster films and TV series. Additionally, he and his wife, Goldie Hawn, are considered one of Hollywood's most enduring power couples, having been together since 1983. They've never married, but continue to live happily ever after. 2. Tom Selleck. In the 1980s, Tom Selleck was one of the most iconic, handsome, and masculine faces on both the big and small screens. He became a household name with his role as Thomas Magnum in the hugely popular TV series Magnum, P.Y., 1980 to 1988. His mustache, Hawaiian shirts, and Ferrari 308 GTS became true pop culture symbols. By 2025, Tom Selleck remains in great shape, still acting and enjoying the admiration of audiences across generations. Quiet, scandal-free, he embodies the classic, classy gentleman. Steady and timeless. 3. Harrison Ford. In the 1980s, Harrison Ford cemented his legacy with 2 of the most iconic roles in cinema history: Han Solo in Star Wars and Indiana Jones in the legendary adventure franchise, beginning with Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. He brought a mix of roguish charm, sharp wit, and refined acting that defined the true cinematic hero. At 80, he reprised his role as Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and The Dial of Destiny, 2023. And in 2025, at age 82, Harrison Ford continues acting, most recently starring in the TV series 1923, a Yellowstone prequel, and the heartfelt comedy drama Shrinking. Though he's now a legend, he remains incredibly down-to-earth, once saying, "I'm just a carpenter who got lucky and stumbled into Hollywood." Mr. T. Mr. T rose to fame in the 1980s with his bold, eccentric, and unmistakably cool style. With his iconic mohawk, muscular build, deep, gravelly voice, and a gold chain collection that weighed kilograms, he became a global pop culture legend. A cancer survivor since the late 90s, Mr. T has since devoted much of his time to motivational speaking. In 2025, at age 73, he still makes appearances at cultural events, Comic-Cons, and talk shows. While he may no longer have the same physique, his warrior spirit and big heart remain just as strong. 5. Richard Dean Anderson. Richard Dean Anderson became famous for portraying one of the most unconventional action heroes of the 1980s. In MacGyver, 1985 to 1992, he played Angus MacGyver, a brilliant secret agent who hated guns and could escape any situation using just a handful of everyday items, whether it was building a weapon, disarming a bomb, or picking a lock. The role turned Anderson into a childhood hero for millions around the world. Now, at 75, Richard Dean Anderson has stepped away from the spotlight, enjoying a peaceful life close to nature and family. Though he rarely appears in public, he remains deeply loved and remembered as one of Hollywood's rare intellectual heroes. 6. Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze wasn't just an action icon, he embodied romance, strength, and compassion throughout the 1980s. He could dance like a pro, fight like a warrior, and melt a million hearts with just one look. His unforgettable roles from the era include Johnny Castle in Dirty Dancing, 1987, Dalton in Roadhouse, 1989, and Sam Wheat in Ghost, 1990. In 2008, Swayze was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he passed away in 2009. He remains a shining example of a hero who knew how to love, how to fight, how to endure pain, and how to truly live. 7. Jackie Chan. In the muscle-filled landscape of 1980s Hollywood, Jackie Chan emerged as a global sensation from Hong Kong, bringing with him a unique blend of action, comedy, real martial arts, and famously performing all of his own stunts. He starred in iconic films such as Project A, 1983, Police Story, 1985, Armor of God, 1986, Dragons Forever, and Wheels on Meals. Jackie later found success in family-friendly hits and animation, including voicing Monkey in Kung Fu Panda and starring in The Karate Kid, 2010. In 2025, Jackie Chan shows no signs of slowing down. He recently returned to the big screen in Ride On, 2023, a heartfelt film about a stuntman, essentially a tribute to his own incredible life. Beyond cinema, Jackie is a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador and received an honorary Oscar in 2016 for his lifetime achievements. 8. Sammo Hung. In the 1980s, Sammo Hung wasn't just starring in films, he was also directing, writing, choreographing, and shaping the very foundation of martial arts action comedy in Asian cinema. He laid the groundwork for a genre that would influence generations, a signature blend of action, martial arts, and humor unique to the East. In the 1990s and 2000s, Sammo continued to break barriers, starring in the American TV series Martial Law, 1998 to 2000, making him one of the first Asian stars to lead his own show in Hollywood. Behind the scenes, he became a master fight choreographer for films like Ip Man, 2008, Kung Fu Hustle, 2004, and many more cinematic hits. In 2025, at age 73, Sammo Hung appears less frequently on camera, but remains a living legend behind the scenes, working as a consultant, fight choreographer, and mentor to a new generation of filmmakers and action stars. 9. Don the Dragon Wilson. In the 1980s, Don the Dragon Wilson wasn't a classically trained actor. He was a real fighter who stepped from the ring onto the screen. He brought raw, authentic striking, real speed, and jaw-dropping kicks that left audiences breathless. While he never reached the mainstream fame of Van Damme or Siegel, Don has always earned deep respect from martial arts fans for his realness and elite fighting skills. In 2025, now in his 70s, he still occasionally appears in small action films and, more notably, shares his wisdom as a motivational speaker, focusing on martial spirit and the power of overcoming personal limits. 10. Lou Ferrigno. With his towering 6 feet 5 inches frame and perfectly sculpted physique, Lou Ferrigno didn't need special effects. He was the real-life Hulk. From smashing walls to capturing the tortured soul of a man battling his own strength, he became a living embodiment of the character. Lou became a symbol of raw power, especially beloved by children and comic book fans. In 2025, at age 73, he still hits the gym daily, appears at Comic-Con events, and inspires thousands with his commitment to healthy living. Beyond acting, Lou has served as a reserve police officer, a health and fitness speaker, and made cameo appearances in modern Marvel films, staying forever connected to the hero he brought to life.